people are always talking about, oh, I want to be in love, but they always think the grass is greener on the other side. And then I thought to myself, what if, because I believe in God. Okay, bear with me, okay? And some of these videos will kind of hint on what I'm saying. What if you only get a chance at like 2, maybe 3 times? Maybe God says, okay, I'm going to give you the right person once or twice, and you just screwed over that, and you don't get it again. Because I think that's what a lot of people do. They screw over the person that's probably best for them. A lot of people get it right, like you guys who married early. You saw the opportunity. You're like, what? I can't miss out on this. This is a good thing. I'm going to go for it. But a lot of people these days don't do that. And I was just thinking, what if God only gives you 1, 2, or maybe, I think there's only one, but that one person, and you just screwed it up because you thought the grass was greener on the other side. And what do y'all think? No opinion on it.
No, I don't want to hog space. Who wants to go first?
You can go ahead.
I'm not so sure about the number anymore. I used to believe the exact same thing, if I'm being honest. So I used to be very romantic and all of that, but what I do believe, and you've heard me say it on these programs before, you got to pick a cookie and take a bite. Stop playing around. Now, what's going to happen is in your, as you grow up and go through life, you're going to find people that are probably more serious, take you more serious than you take yourself. Right. So I've had numerous women tell me, look, I know exactly who you are. I see through the Playboy facade. When I was single, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm waiting. We can do this right now. And I definitely know, especially with one of them, that could have been like one of the people you were talking about. But I was 21 or 22 years old. No way in hell was I getting married at that age, right? So the second time, she was basically the prep to say, oh, well, we saw what happened the first time, not letting this happen again. So I also don't believe in soulmates. So that's why it's like hard for me to say that you have 1 or 2 or 3 people, because I believe in a reasonable rate of return. I believe you are supposed to find somebody who shares similar interests and who's willing to return to you the amount of investment that you give to them. That's it. That's the person you're going to end up loving over a long period of time. There are people who go for this soulmate, go for the person they love most, not to have that love reciprocated. And we see all the stories on YouTube. We see all the women in the chat jaded because they invested too much in a dude that was never going to invest that much into them because they were the ones that are in love. I'm telling you, I want for everyone that wants to be in love, that wants to get married, what I want and I wish for you is a mature love experience. All right. It's not super sexy. It's not that thing that TV showed us. It's literally being still and saying, I'm going to get the love that I give reciprocated from that person. That's the person you will love forever. That's the person you can stay with forever. Not just 10 years, not 20 years, but through eternity. That's all I got.
Go ahead, Anas.
So I kind of sort of agree with Trigger Mike. I'm not opposed to the idea of soulmates. I'm just not sure of it. But I think sometimes when we talk about love, it's like this thing, this magical thing that happens, and it's like this whirlwind, and you lose it, and I don't think that's what love is, right? Love is really just choosing the person. It's the commitment to say, like, listen, like, I'm going to love you. I'm going to make that conscious decision, and my actions are going to show that every single day, right? And so I don't know that, God's going to sit there and say, you get 1 chance, you get 2, you're hard-headed, you get I don't think that's how it works, right? I think it's 2 people that decide to foster and grow love by doing life together and choosing each other regardless of the circumstances, right? I think we've conflated infatuation with love, and people are chasing that infatuation and mislabeling it. And I love what Trigger Mike said about it being mature, because that love that's a choice is way more consistent and way more stable. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand, don't know how to handle, or think that it's boring.
Agreed. I also don't think that it's just one person that you could build a life with. Again, I also agree with what Mike was saying and Inaz, is that is definitely a choice. I think at different stages of your life, like if you're younger, it's going to be certain things that you are looking for in terms of a mate because you don't necessarily have much experience. But then as you get older and mature, it goes to what Mike was saying in terms of having a more mature love. Because once you've been through some things, you learn and understand what you probably would need more in a marriage than you would if you had, found somebody younger. So once you're in a mature love, like Ina said, it's a daily choice to be in love, because the love isn't just the feeling aspect. Is choosing to go through the tough times, choosing to stay in there for the long haul when things aren't like what you envisioned your life to be, is choosing above all things to say that we made this commitment and we're going to do whatever we can to ensure that our marriage stays long term. And every day sometimes is easy and then sometimes is not, but you still at the end of the day is on you to make the choice to stick with that commitment.
So I kind of agree with a little bit of everybody. Um, I I agree that it's a mature choice, and I don't think that everybody's ready to make that at younger ages. But I do believe that there's actually only one person that that you should make that choice for. I don't think that there's a million people out there for everybody. I don't think it works like that. I think once you make the choice, you kind of stick with that choice for that one person. I think we also waste a lot of time in nowhere relationships when we know we're not going to make that choice for that person. So we need to quit wasting that time and be unafraid to move forward with someone else.